Chain of handballs. Rochelle, did he have a quick looking board? It doesn't matter. He's got the check side. Front Walker. Got rid of his man. The Texans got three. Wheatley's going to get the free kick. Bouncing ball with a chance for the Bros. Walker, blitz arms. On the left. Yes, sir.
Happy Easter! Welcome to The Crows Show, brought to you by Hungry Jacks. Coming up, Lockie Murphy tees it up in our long drive competition. Rory Laird reflects on his junior days, and our distant replay is Tony's ton. But first, a heavy collision interrupted Josh Rochelli's bright start in 2025. The popular forward is recovering well from broken ribs and is close to returning.
Josh Rochelle, we saw him go down with a bit of a knock in that first term.
Yeah, it was a really awkward contest, wasn't it? He just got jammed in between Sherry and a few other players.
I probably picked the biggest guy to clean me up, but yeah, these footy injuries kind of happen in AFL footy and something you couldn't control, but it was quite painful at the time. I did kind of thought I was just winded, but looking back at it, I knew I kind of done some kind of bit of damage. Feeling a lot better. The first week was obviously a bit sore and sorry, didn't do too much, just hung low on the couch, just resting, and then I think after about a week to two I got a bit more movement going in now, and I think this is 17 days post the injury now, and I've got a lot more running into the trainings. Hopefully next week I'll integrate a bit more with some bag work on the body and test out the ribs, and hopefully in the next week to two, I'll be back playing with the boys.
Rochelle, clean spin move, snaps over his shoulder and goals. Spectacular from Josh Rochelle.
The role was pretty similar to the last kind of couple of years. I was pretty fortunate to train, I guess, full-time with the mids this year, which would have definitely helped my match fitness going into this season. And then the inclusions of Neil Bullen has really helped my development, I think, really understanding my role. And I think Ben Keys has been another big one that's really helped me over the last couple of years, just the way that he attacks his role every single week, and the way that he's been performing. I've just gained a little bit of insight to how he's performing at such a high level. And the other thing again is just you're going into your fourth year now, you gain a little bit more experience, you understand what your body needs and how to play at AFL level.
Back to Rochelle, hooks it off the right head, another one for the Crows.
Playing that high half-forward role, the first couple of games I was playing a little bit deeper towards goals too, which is definitely the position that I enjoy playing. I played a lot of that in my junior years, and for my development I played a bit more of the higher roles the last couple of years, but this year was a bit more freedom, I feel like. And that's just, again, understanding your role, when to know to sprint back to goal or to help the defence. But I think we have such a good chemistry between the small forwards and the forwards at the moment. It's making everyone play their role really well. Yeah, we've got a bit of a philosophy around the Crows way, we call it at the moment. We don't necessarily think that kicking the goals or taking a big mark is the only things that should be celebrated. From watching other teams, and the things that should be celebrated the most, I think, is the little things like a smother or a big tackle, or we've got some other things that we really prioritise internally at the club. And I think that's just a great way to gain some motivation on the ground when the team's not going too well at a time, or if we're playing an away game and we don't have the fans around us. So we try and use that to help us get on a roll a little bit.
Neil Bullen, chain of handballs. Rochelle, did he have a quick looking board? It doesn't matter. He's got the check side and the celebration to match. He's loving it out there. He's had a red hot start to the season.
Thanks for joining me, Chelsea.
My pleasure.
Fresh off getting married to MJ.
Yeah, it was an amazing time, just with friends and family, and yeah, it was just such a magical time, and so blessed that we had that together. We got married at Jervis Bay at a place called the Woods Farm, and if you know MJ and I, we love our outdoors and everything, so it's just an outdoor wedding, had the outdoor dance floor under the trees and fairy lights, and yeah, had some glamping tents and some cottages there, so everyone that came stayed 3 nights, and we all just had like a nice time together. So it wasn't just the one night, it was good. We had, forced everyone to take a holiday from their busy lives and make some memories, which was very special.
A few premierships between you and MJ as well.
Yeah, some great times together. I mean, it changed my life forever, this football club, and forever indebted to it. And I just can't speak more highly of this footy club because it just gave me every opportunity under the sun, to the whole AFLW program. I mean, I wouldn't be here, I wouldn't be married, I wouldn't have a son if I didn't have moved to South Australia and played for the Crows. So all these things have happened in my life, and the Crows have been pretty much a big pillar as to why all those big life events have happened as well.
Busy working mum life within the men's program?
So back with the boys this year, a bit more in a part-time role, so just working Tuesday, Wednesdays as a development coach, supporting that program, and then on Sandful game days, just working with Matthew Wright and the other development coaches, and then taking on the forwards coach role on the game days. So it's been awesome. Our boys are in terrific form at the moment, and they've worked extremely hard, so just feeling very blessed that I get to work with such amazing athletes.
Another life event last year, finally finishing your teaching degree.
Yeah, after 12 years, finished my teaching degree. And then, last year also did like a celebrant course as well, which was random, you know me, but enrolled into becoming like a wedding celebrant. And so now finished that.
Any aspirations to go on and teach, or is that something that's...
I think teachers do such an incredible job, everywhere. Like, they're not just teachers, they're nurses, they're carers. For some people, they're their champions, they're the people that they look up to. Just some of the things that you learn about planning and organising structures and programs. It's very much like coaching as well. So I'm very grateful for some of the educational tools that I've learnt in that space to then help me with my own coaching as well. So it's kind of helped each other out.
Thanks for joining me, Randy. Always love speaking to you.
Thanks for having me. Thanks, mate.
Live coming to you from the Adelaide Oval, and of course Sauce, a great win today.
Yeah, really good start to the year, Biggs.
Max Michaelani joins us. Taylor Walker is joining us. Tex.
G'day, Biggs. G'day, Sauce. How are we out there?
We've got the young gun, Sid Draper, joining us. Dan, welcome to Crows Live.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, let's go down to the rooms. Lockie Scholl joins us. VB, welcome to Crows Live.
Thanks for having me to two of my favourites, Bix and Sauce.
Spernsy, welcome to Crows Live.
How you going, boys?
Pictures from the rooms. The players just going through their cool down. Of course, thank you for tuning in to Crows Live. Join in again at our next home game. We'll be doing it all over again. Still to come, Rory Laird's junior days. Lockie Murphy chases golf in glory in our long drive competition. And 7 News takes us back to the day Tony kicked his ton.
Can you say these words for us? Pronunciation challenge.
Lego. 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 Oh, Lego. Oh, Lego, for sure. Lego. 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 That one annoys me. Actually, a lot. Dance. 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 I can't believe this. Castle. 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 I say castle. This is the castle. 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 Plant. Plants. Plant. 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 Graph. I don't even know, to be honest. Graph. 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 Rap. You say all of them different. That's a South Australian accent, isn't it?
Yeah.
Dance, trance.
Don't forget you can join Brodie Smith, Ebony Marinoff and Mark Thomas every Sunday morning on Triple M from 9 a.m. You can also download the podcast on Listening.
Righto, a little bit of a change up this week. Murph's on the other side of the mic. He's got the club in the hand. Give us a little spiel like you've been doing. What's the strengths and weaknesses of the golf game?
My strength is probably the 9-iron bump and run, which ain't going to matter for this competition. I actually did have a ban on the driver, so it will be very interesting to see how I go today.
All I'll say is it's going to take a rip snorter hit to win it.
Just aiming over those trees there on the left and just want to bring it back just a little bit.
He's currently directed at water.
Hold the phone down. Do you need the rangefinder for that?
Yeah. Hang on. And this is going to be generous because I'm standing above it.
How tall are you, Fog?
0.3.
Right.
I reckon we'll give him another one. He's nervous. Out of mind.
Heart rate's gone up. Probably prefer being on that side.
Going left. And range.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, it's out there, but
it's 165, so it was at least that. So connection was good.
Right, thanks, Das.
Directionally challenged.
I tell you what.
Baby draws.
For a big slicer of the ball.
Range again. Righto.
I'm going to just tilt the aim a bit more to the right and watch me slice this one. It's normally how it works. It's extremely consistent, but that looks a better ball.
It's in play.
It looks to be in play and could trouble the scorers here.
I think I can see a ball.
Talk to me, please.
229.
Oh, I tell you what, stranger things have happened. I reckon that might not be far off.
It could be up there. It could be up there. Who knows?
Very happy with that. Thank you, Das.
Righto, pretty happy. Good striking. What are the thoughts after?
Yeah, normally I am a chronic slicer of the ball, so I did tactically try and aim over the left and just getting some nice baby draws today, which is very frustrating, and I'm sure the viewers at home would understand how frustrating golf is. But in terms of the connection, I'm quite pleased with that. I think 229 is a decent score.
Yep, I agree. Well done, Murph.
Thanks, Das.
Well, now it's time for the 7 News Distant Replay. Now, let's take a look back at how 7 News covered major moments in Crows history.
Meantime, Tony Modra's long-awaited media conference was held today. He says his achievement still hasn't sunk in.
Well, it's a great milestone for me, I guess, and it hasn't really hit me that I've kicked 100 myself, but I suppose once the season's finished, hopefully I've got a premiership there to look at as well as the 100 goals.
He went on to say he couldn't believe the response of Crows fans when he brought up the ton.
I didn't think we had that many supporters over there, but it was good to see, yeah.
You must have been worried for your safety for a while there in the middle.
Oh, I was a bit. There was a couple of security guards around, so I had to rely on them, really.
And he feels forgiven after his slip of the tongue on Sports World.
I got back to the airport yesterday, actually, and it was pretty funny. One kid there said that it doesn't matter what I say on TV, we'll all love you and all the rest of it, so that helped me out a fair bit, made my day a bit more enjoyable.
But he had some advice for his young fans.
I wouldn't recommend it, kids.
Don't forget, 7 News is your home ground for everything AFL.
I started my junior footy career at Adelaide Football Club in the Metro South Footy League, under 8s, I reckon it was, under 7s or 8s, and I actually played soccer, and then I transferred over. All my mates at school were playing footy, and I thought I'd give that a go, and started there up until under 14s, 15s, and then moved on to West Adelaide. played midfield and I actually kicked a lot of goals, which is something that I sort of lost, I guess, as I got older, and haven't kicked too many in the AFL, but I was more a mid forward, and I've gone the other way as I've gotten older. We had an event, John Schultz, our security guy here, he organised an event recently with some of the junior teams and Team of the Century, so I actually got to see all my junior teammates, which was awesome, and been out there a few times just to say hello and sort of get around them. So they're a fantastic club, and it sort of sparked, I guess, a love for footy for me and actually playing in the team.
Well, next Friday night, Adelaide head to Perth to take on Freo, which rounds out a pretty challenging month for the Crows. A few things to keep an eye on in this game is firstly the Fremantle forwards. Josh Tracy is one of the emerging young players in the AFL, and the way he hits the ball in the air is so impressive. If he doesn't mark it, he brings it to the ground, where Fremantle have a host of dangerous small forwards. Shea Bolton's getting better week by week, and we know how dangerous he can be. Secondly, we know that Adelaide's key strength is their three talls in attack. Fremantle are one of the only sides that have three key defenders that can match up on these players. Pearce, Ryan and Cox are all experienced players and have spent a long time playing together. That cohesion will be very important when they match up against the Adelaide tall forwards. And finally, the midfield battle. It's always important, and Fremantle have one of the better midfields with Brayshaw, Sarong and Young. With James Peatling returning from suspension, I would deploy him on Caleb Sarong. So often he's the igniter for Fremantle, and if you can stop him, he goes a long way to winning that midfield battle. If you want to be a good team in this league, you've got to win on the road, and it's always tough to do that in Perth. The Crows had a shocker early in the season last year against Fremantle, so with the eyes of the nation on them this Friday night, they have to do better, and I think they can. Thanks to Toyota, if you take a photo of yourself or a friend at one of our games and post it to social media, make sure you use the hashtag WeFlyers1. This week's lucky fan is you. Please email faceinthecrowd@afc.com.au with photo ID to claim your prize of 2 tickets to Toyota's exclusive Hilux Hill at Adelaide Oval. The Toyota all-electric BZ4X. Heaps of room in the boot, easy and quick to charge, plug in and you're done. Packed with safety features, it keeps an eye out for you. Smooth, quiet, effortless to drive, the Toyota all-electric BZ4X. Visit a dealership for an extended test drive. That's it for this week. Enjoy the rest of your Easter, and we'll be back again next Sunday morning at 11. Bye for now. Today's show was brought to you by Hungry Jack's.